It's that time of the month again. My favorite time. We're going to check out some Band-Maiko. Alright, so this one's called, I think you pronounce it Gion-Cho. And this is thanks to Kibbs. Thank you once again, Kibbs. And he's asked me to check out this song for the first time. So this is the original Band-Maiko track, which is not like a re-envisioned version of a regular Band-Maid song. So I want to see what this is all about, especially since yesterday I checked out Wagaki Band for the first time, and they are, that's kind of, this is their gimmick, right? Like, they do this specific thing. And this is Band-Maid's attempt at it. So I'm curious, man. Like, what can they write where it's not all about, you know, the regular formula of a rock band? Like, you've got new instruments in here, and they're going to be utilizing them, and I'm very curious. So, yeah, but because I just watched Wagaki Band yesterday, they got some big shoes to fill, you know? Wagaki Band was really big. It was really good. I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's see what Band-Maid can do with this. Bruh, she looks like a different person. Bruh, I'm sorry, but like, it sounds like a Band-Maid song. Like, just straight up. Like, I don't know what exactly it is. Maybe it's the speed that's doing it for me right off the bat. I'm just gonna start it over. It sounds just like a Band-Maid song. I love that about it. Like, they can't get away from it. They're too good, you know? Their sound is ingrained within them. Dude, it almost looks like they're in the same location that was in the Wagaki Band video that I watched yesterday. If you haven't seen that, check that out. Oh, it's slow. We got a slow verse. Gion-Cho. Interesting. We got like a build-up drum beat post-chorus. That is very rare. Cool. So it's like the majority of this is taken up by the traditional instruments, right? So like we're not actually seeing them being played. So it's even harder for me in this situation to break it down at all. So I'm pretty much just going to say what I know. What I know is that the guitarist and the bassist are playing pretty... Konami and Misa, I know their names. They're playing pretty basic things. Same with Akane, honestly. They're not doing anything that's like gonna blow your mind or anything like that. But the reason that's happening is because they're playing the bass. They're the bass, the B-A-S-E bass, right? So like they're covering the foundation of this song, while a lot of the things that we're hearing up front in the mix are the traditional instruments, right? So like you hear that second set of drums a lot more than you're actually hearing Akane's drums. Like the fills are almost completely filled in by that set of percussion, and the main sound that we hear is that like plucked string, which looks like a harp. I read some of the comments on the Wagaki Band video, but I didn't like memorize the names of the instruments yet though. But you know what I'm talking about, the one where it's like plucked and it's like on the floor rather than being held. That's like what's giving the main sound. It doesn't sound like that, but you know, that's the best my mouth can do. Oh, and the flute. So like what we'd normally hear in the background sort of is Konami doing some sort of lead with her guitar, which is usually like in the mix a little bit lower, but if you really listen for it you could hear it, and that's been replaced with like that wind instrument that sounds kind of like a flute. That's playing. Konami might also, but I can't really hear it. This is a good bass line. Oh, did you hear it during the transition too? Nice. Hold on, I want to hear that one. Raise your butt up, baby! You have to open up? To open your butt? So this time, instead of having a drum build up in the post-chorus, she went into halftime. This is actually a very toned down vocal style for Psyche right here also. You rarely hear her go this softly. Even in the slow songs, a lot of the times you'll hear her straining a little bit because she likes to really push. This is very relaxed for her. Also, by the way, notice like if you're watching like the guitars, when they zoom in on the guitars, for like once ever, like this is like the only time you'll ever see this, Konami's just playing chords, man. She's just playing power chords. It's because the guitar is not the focus. That was my favorite part of the whole song, man. So like broke it down, you got a bass line kind of carrying the whole thing, and in this part, for the first time in the song, they kind of have the traditional instruments sort of playing more of a background job, so you can hear them, they're not doing as much. It's very carried by the bass here. And you don't hear the other percussion anymore either. This is all Akane's drum set. That bends into the little guitar run there too. Very cool. I love their bridge. Oh, the song is like about this. That's cool. I like this too. This is different also. This part. Nice falsetto there. Oh, that's a great way to end it too. Saying thank you. Especially just her vocals. You don't just hear her vocals very often like that. You know what? I actually, once I started to like really pay attention to the lyrics, like I was reading them the whole time as it was going, but I didn't kind of pick up on everything that they were saying until towards the end when I realized that the song was actually about like, you know, about the nostalgic feeling of being back at your hometown, and like they were talking about how like it's more of a traditional feeling over there, and like it seems like this song and the style in which it's put in, which is really interesting considering this was an April Fool's Day thing, right? This one felt very poignant and loving and respectful of where they came from and the traditions of their hometown too. So it's like, I don't know, I like it even more because I feel like they're paying respect to where they came from and how they were raised, and it's just like, you know, when you get big, you don't forget about who you were and who made you that person, you know? I think the idea of it alone was really cool. The execution of it was close to flawless, but then when you add the fact that there's a meaning behind it also, it just like really enhances it by like 20%. I would kill for a full album of this. I would totally rock to a full album of this. I guess Wagaki Band is like the next closest thing, but I would totally rock to a whole Band-Maiko album. Alright, I'm out of here.